Welcome to Blissful Consults with yours truly, Dr. Cammy, a PhD licensed psychotherapist with special training in trauma-informed healthcare. Jade from Massachusetts wrote in with a great question about how to enjoy her life. Let's see what she has to say. Dear Dr. Cammy, by all intents and purposes, I've succeeded after a pretty rough childhood. I have the house, I have the car, I have the 401k. I'm just still anxious and overwhelmed every single day unless I am working. That's the only time I can chill out. This doesn't make sense and I think I'm missing something. Why can't I just enjoy my life? If this sounds like you, keep on watching because I have some great tips on this one. Hello, my name is Dr. Cammy and I am the founder and president of Bliss in Being. We offer cutting-edge psychotherapy and coaching for people who are ready to heal from the effects of chronic stress and trauma. I personally can help you move from the brink of burnout to holistic thriving. It is time for you to finally enjoy the life you have worked so hard to build. I am here to help you make it happen. Let's get on to our Blissful Consults question. Hello, Jade. I can only imagine your frustration. You have worked really hard to build the life that you have, and now you're not able to enjoy it? The only time when you feel calm is when you're actively working? When you are engaging in leisure activities, you feel stressed and you're constantly thinking about work. Does this sound familiar to anybody? I know it has for me at certain points in my life. So just like anything, work can be addictive. Addictions can begin very slowly, and then they are a part of our lives before we even know it. For example, have you ever written something on a to-do list only to check it off because you know you will feel a rush of accomplishment? Or have you ever poured yourself a glass of wine after a long day without even considering whether you really wanted that glass of wine or if you wanted something else? If the answer is yes, that's because our brain and our body have now connected checking some things off your to-do list or drinking a glass of wine with a sense of calm and relief. We no longer make these decisions consciously because the unconscious patterns have now taken over. This is fine, and actually it's very helpful when we're engaging in healthy behaviors and habits, like brushing our teeth in the morning or drinking water. We normally don't ask ourselves whether we want to do those things. However, when an unhealthy behavior starts to become habituated, that's when we can get into trouble. I'm going to break down 7 signs that indicate you may have developed addiction to your work. The first one is considering how you can create more time to work without others knowing. So this could mean getting up extra early before your family wakes up, or it could mean working right through your lunch break. You're basically trying to expand the hours that you can work without other people noticing. The second is making a promise to yourself or someone else about how long you're going to work, and then working significantly over the boundary that you yourself created. The third is using work as a way to stave off uncomfortable feelings like guilt or loneliness or self-loathing. Working is a way to distract yourself from emotions that either feel uncomfortable or that you just don't know how to handle. Number 4 is other people in your life, your friends, your family, your colleagues, telling you directly that they see you working too much and making requests that you work less in order to spend more time with them. And 5 is becoming overly stressed or upset when events or people restrict you from working or prohibit you from working. So, for example, if a group of friends invite you to a cabin that doesn't have Wi-Fi, and you're psyched about the cabin until you realize you won't be able to check your email or engage in work activities because of the internet connection, so you consider declining it. 6 is that you neglect your personal hobbies, your activities, and your physical well-being in order to prioritize work. This is when work takes the number one place in your life, including all else, even your health. And lastly, number 7, you work so much that your body is actually suffering. One client that I worked with developed carpal tunnel syndrome from sitting in the same position all day and typing for many hours in a row. She was terrified of getting fired, and she ignored signs that her wrist was in pain just so she could put in longer hours. After our work together, she is pain-free and working in an organization that offers flexible scheduling and work from home options. Jane, if you are experiencing any of these things, I would strongly encourage you to meet with a coach or a therapist. I want you to have support from someone who can help you just to take a whole step back from work and also manage some of the anxiety and emotions that could emerge from that choice. I would not suggest going cold turkey with work because there is a reason why you're leaning on this coping skill so much. You deserve support in disconnecting from this coping skill, which is overworking, and replacing it with healthier ways of caring for yourself.